Hi Alice.
Hi Samad, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Ready to start the day?
Yeah. So today we are with Alice at Atome Bakery. Am I pronouncing it right?
It's Atome Bakery.
Atome Bakery. It will take me a little bit of time to just pronounce it perfectly.
No worries.
And we're gonna be having a wonderful day, capturing all that Alice, Lucas, and Atome Bakery does, and how they are delivering such good quality of baked good but unbaked to people in US and Canada.
Exactly, yeah,
Right.
You got it.
Right, so let's see how you start the day.
So I usually come in and I start by going to the office upstairs, so we can go up. These are the first iteration of the pan. So this one is the prototype, which we never actually baked anything in. It's door hinges that have been screwed into tins. So that's the first one. And then the first one we actually sold was this one. So same concept but with little I don't know what you call these rings. And then we moved on to the sliding version. So this is the office space and also the lunchroom, break room. So over there you have Lucas, who's the co-founder, and Jeremy, who's the marketing lead. And we have Elia and Lisa usually work here, but they're currently downstairs preparing for the orders. Usually at the beginning of the day, I just come in, log into my laptop, and check my emails and my task manager software to see what I have to do today.
Alright, perfect. And who this guy must be?
This is Zoa. She's the mascot at Atome Bakery. She comes into work sometimes.
A very dedicated employee.
Yeah, she's the longest standing employee actually. 3 years.
Oh wow. We're just gonna start the day with a little bit of computer work.
Yeah, exactly. So this is my space. And yeah, all of our offices are together, so we can collaborate quite easily.
Open concept.
Yeah, exactly.
So my name is Lisa. I'm actually sales rep here at Atome. But since we have a lot of orders on Mondays and Tuesday, I also have Elia, who's over there, with all the picking packing. So we are 4 usually on Mondays and Tuesdays, just to do all the orders because we have a lot. And then towards the end of the week, I go back to my sales rep role. So here's a walk-in freezer. That's where we have all of what is vacuum sealed by the team, and that's where I come to pick up all the big boxes and to put them in the reach-in freezers that I showed you.
So every morning from here, you take the things and then you put it over there.
Yes, and I do this as I need a refill. So every time, like I'm missing loaves right now, so I know that I'm missing them. I'm gonna come pick them up here, put them in the reach-in, do my orders, and as I get rid of them, I have to come back and do back and forth basically, as long as I have orders with them.
How many orders do you guys ship out usually every morning, on average?
It's between, I said the Friday, for instance, around 15, and the biggest day, 100, is the max that we give ourselves. Today we have 88 orders going out.
And that's just in Canada or US as well?
That's just Canada. For our US orders, we ship pallets to our product to the US to a partner, and they do what we're doing this morning, they do it there.
Okay, so this is just for Canada?
Yes. Okay, so every day we have to empty out all the orders to bring them to our carrier partner. So it's just a lot of manual labor. Every box is about 20 pounds. So it saves me a trip to the gym. Okay, so this is the latest version of the pan. So we bake a lot of our products in it. Only the croissant and pain au chocolat can be baked on a regular sheet. But for all of the products like bread, brioche, we do use the pan to recreate the condition of a baker's oven. And so these are our brioche buns. So they bake in about 20 minutes. So you just first put them in the box. So yeah, we have the instructions here. So for the brioche, you just put them at 400 Fahrenheit with the lid on the pan, so with the lid on it, for 25 minutes, and then you just slide it open and you finish the baking for 2 to 5 minutes depending on your oven. So for these ones I did 2 minutes, and so they come out like you can use it for like a barbecue burger bun, or just for a sweet bun for like 4 p.m. Snack between lunch and dinner. That's my favorite one. Early afternoon, about twice a week, we do a 15-minute check-in with Lucas. It just allows us to keep on top of what the other is working on, and if there's any challenges that we need the other's input for.
Yeah, we don't have the same expertise in the company, so it's good to know like what the other is working on, and sometimes also it's a French point of view on what the other is working on. So allow us to keep updated, but also move forward with more complex challenges.
Is it okay if we switch to French?
Yeah, go for it. It's all gonna be music anyway.
Yeah. Ouais, donc ça va me prendre un peu de temps parce que jusqu'à mai c'était bon, et après. So the first one is Rise as One. So we work together to be able to do better every day. Think beyond limit. So whenever you have a problem, you feel like there's no solution, we need to push boundaries and find the solution, be solution oriented.
When you build a fence around the palette of flour, for example, that's a good one.
Craft with heart. So at all levels of the company, we create a homey experience for the customers and other team members. And innovate with tradition. We blend artisan craftsmanship with modern innovation to refine what's possible. So here we're in the bakery part of the kitchen. So this is where our bakers prepare by hand all of the products that we make. So we make sourdough bread and we make ready-to-bake pastries like croissant and pain au chocolat. And so the process is we get the flour, here they mix it and then they shape it. It takes about 3 days to make a batch of sourdough because we use a full slow fermentation process. And then once it's ready, instead of putting it in the oven like a regular baker would do, we freeze them very fast. And then we move into the packaging phase here. So we have the products that are frozen, we put them in a pouch like this, and we vacuum seal them, and then they're ready in boxes like this. That's what we put in the walk-in freezer, and from there, we just pick them up for the orders. So I'm Alice Couder, I'm the co-founder at Atome Bakery. So we moved in 2018 from France to Vancouver. And when we arrived here, we had a hard time finding the bread that we wanted, the quality we wanted, and then also the accessibility, because there are a few good bakeries in Vancouver, but we don't happen to live close to one. And so it was really the need for us to find good bread that led us to start in making our own bread.
Exactly. I'm Lucas, the other co-founder of Atome Bakery, and yeah, just what Alice described: French people coming in Vancouver trying to still have that good bread that we were having every day. So basically, making it started very organically, where we started making it for ourselves at the beginning. And it was taking so much time to make our own bread that we really were looking for that solution to have homemade quality, but without making it every day. And when we found that frozen-proof solution, some of our friends started asking for it, so we just gave it away at the beginning. And then friends of friends started asking for it. Then we started thinking, oh, maybe there is something to do here. And then we started selling in the neighborhood, set up a website, and that's how it started very organically at the beginning.
Yeah, initially it was just a pickup model. So we would have a couple of partners throughout Greater Vancouver area. People would put their order online and then go to the partner to pick it up. And that's when we realized, because we were maxing out the freezer capacity. Yay, that's a sell. We're maxing out the capacity for freezer for our partners. And so we realized it's not just a hobby. We have a market and there's a demand. And that's when we also started shipping the boxes outside of the greater Vancouver area, because if people in Vancouver want the product, people outside of Vancouver, when there's even less artisan bakeries, for sure needed also the product. So that's when we switched the model in July of 2023.
Yeah, that's really when we decided that Atome Bakery was the bakery for people who don't actually have artisan bakery next to them.
So do you guys started thinking like, you want to make it a business, become an entrepreneur, or was it just from your story feel like it was spark of a moment?
I think we always wanted to have our own business, but we did not start this business as a business. It's really started as a hobby and a need for good bread. Yeah. And then after, when we saw people asking for it, that's when we said, that could be our business.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was just making bread every day for 6 years. And then that just takes so much time, because it's a 3-day process. You need waiting periods, and then you need to be home to knead the dough. So it's just really a problem it was a problem he was facing.
It was a side business until it was taking so much time that it was not a side business anymore. So that's when we decided it could be a good time for me to just switch it to a full-time job.
So what you guys were doing before you started this company?
I was by trade, like my diploma is industrial engineering in France, but in Vancouver I was a project manager for a tech company. Like we were doing AI data collection, so very different.
And I was in sales at DoorDash, so still in the food delivery sector.
Right. Can you guys tell me about your team at Atome?
Yeah, so we are really not a classic bakery. We have a third of the team that is the baking part. So we have a professional baker with 10 years experience in baking from France. And we have another part of the team that is more a logistic part, because we have that frozen logistic aspect where we send the boxes all across Western North America. And we have the team, marketing team, because that's where we do all our digital marketing.
Sure. So Atome Bakery is a ready-to-bake sourdough bread delivery company. So we craft in-house the bread dough and then the croissant dough as well. And we ship it frozen to the customer so they can bake fully in their own oven and get the same quality than an artisan bakery. We deliver in BC, Alberta, and the 10 westernmost states in the US.
Yeah, we do. We try to, as much as possible, to use local ingredients. All of our flours are coming from Canada. We use organic flour for all our bread. The only ingredients we don't get from Canada is the ingredients that we cannot find the quality we require to make the quality of product we want. For example, some of the butter for the croissant, it's a New Zealand butter, just because that's the best quality we could find for the croissant.
So what's the most important thing for you as you grow at home?
Most important is to keep the product quality. We are the first customer of Atome. That's why we started the business, to have better bread. So for us, as we grow, we want to keep that quality high. We want to keep having new product that reminds us of French bakery, and to always have the best quality when we bake it in our own oven at home.
So we started really because we were looking for good bread in Vancouver. There are some good bakeries, but we didn't happen to live close to one. So Lucas baked bread every day for 5 years. And then he found a way to freeze the dough when it's proof to get the same artisan bakery quality. And that's when we discovered that it could be a business. So this is the outdoor space where we have barbecues in the summer. I think we're gonna miss it a lot when we move.
Yeah, we are in the rainy season now.
Yeah, now it's okay. So this is the new facility that we're starting to rent this month.
So you have already rented out the new facility?
Sorry?
Already rented out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just it's empty right now, and we are going to do a lot of renovation in it. So if you come by in a few months, it's going to be very different.
So here it used to be, watch for the step. It used to be a showroom, and we want to turn this room into more of the lunch break area. Here will be the staff kitchen. So we need to buy a fridge so everyone can put their stuff in, clean a little. But there is a dishwasher, which is gonna be so great. Here is a small room that we're not quite sure what we're gonna do here yet. Maybe a photo studio or a very small cold room. And it actually leads to another small office. So this one has kind of 2 doors, and it can be also like a small meeting room. And then this is gonna be the primary office where everybody works, that currently works in the lunch break. And then here we have the last room, which is kind of a boardroom meeting. So we just need to furnish everything and kind of upkeep it a little bit.
Like it's a big step forward.
Yes, yeah, it's a lot bigger. And as you saw in the other building, there is no room that we can use for a meeting room that has privacy. So it's going to be really good to have different rooms to work in. And the main upgrade is the production area. Currently we have about 2,000 square feet of just the production fulfillment area. And this one overall is 9,600 square feet. I think I've always, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to have my own company someday. So I always figured that that would be my day-to-day at some point. And I'm glad that it's a good moment for me in my life to have that balance or lack of balance in my life. So yeah, I'm happy that I'm doing it, and every day I go to work, I don't have any anxiety around going to work. I like going to work, I like the people that I work with, and it's always new challenges. So when you ask me like, can you tell me a typical day? It's very different every day.
Every day is a new thing.
Yeah, exactly. When I wake up and I come in, I usually don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I have to jump on fires, but also plan for the future and see that we grow into the right direction. So I really like that it's never something ordinary that we do.